Pablo hunts for more. Headhunter right now as Pablo's looking unstoppable with another onto Quezy.
That's two big teams, two Titans at the top of the leaderboard down, and this is his chance to overtake the first place. Another knock there on Kiro, and he's bringing it back. 7 eliminations, looking for an 8th. It finally comes to an end, but he's done more than enough work to boost up the leaderboard.
Sanguild, Marius down below. It's a 2 versus 2 against the duo up high. Dexy, Eclipse, they've been holding on since the first moving zone. All they need to do is close it out.
Yeah, they're running out of builds. Everything's going to come crashing down, but Eclipse gets dropped. Dexy trying to fight back, but the numbers game is just too much. Marius is able to stand up tall, take him down, and take the game.
Unable to finish it off, finishing in second, but Sanguild, Marius securing the win, securing that victory royale. What an electric way to start game 1 of the Day 2 EU FNCS finals.
Yep, and throughout the course of that game, we saw first place go down, second place go down, fourth place go down, and then even third eventually. And even though Pablo didn't win the game, he was in 5th place. I could only imagine what the leaderboards look like, but Marius and Sanguild from the low ground, they chop them down like a great oak tree in the forest, and they put in work to take the game. I can only imagine where they're positioned on the leaderboard now that it's 1.5 times points. Extra points, but he gets shut down from the high ground. Analyx, Sato look towards the back. They find out Art Skill. Another couple eliminations going to be grabbed, and they position themselves in the top 3.
5 players up, 3 duos. We still have Vidil and Reason up above. Cade is going to be the solo, goes down to zone. The 2v2 height versus low as Reason drops in, cracks one, unable to get the knock. Vidil now forced as a solo.
He still has the medkits. He gets it canceled though by a threat to try to jump up. Second one going off. It's also going to be canceled. He drops down onto Analyx. Sato is already down. Vidil has woken up from his slumber after day 1 to awaken here in game 2 on the day to take it all.
Back in business from a rough game 1 after dominating day 1, finishing in first place. They are back on their throne.
And that's what happened. The topsy-turvy for those points. 1.5 times points compared to yesterday. And I said it, we are going to see that leaderboard change hands almost every single game today. And with a valiant effort from Bebies and his solo clutch, he went down far too early to where points like this, a win like this, 6 eliminations, 100 points from placement alone, Takata, they have to be sitting pretty in first. Themselves into the final 4.
Can they do it? It's Quezy up top. He has a med kit. The question is, how many? Sanguild now forced to play in the zone. Marius looking to cause disruption. It's Sanguild that has one more med kit. And Quezy up above, continuing with the heal off.
Yeah, Sapphire's there as well. Basically a solo FNCS for this end game, all coming down to a heal off. Quezy grapple blades to the front side of the zone. Can only imagine what he found. Sanguild now has to go on the hunt. The last of his heals are going to be used. Only a few seconds left, but he finds another med kit. No chance to use it. Quezy and Thomas take the game.
That is a massive win for this duo. They were dropped down to 8th place from going off spawn to now securing the victory royale and bumping themselves right back to where they came from.
Playing their roles to perfection. Thomas dropping down, causing so much chaos, so much commotion to find those eliminations and pick up opportunities for Quezy to go unscathed on that high ground. Even with him starting the heal off before zone fully closed, they did more than enough damage and found more than enough heals to make this game look easy.
Quezy looking to secure his 4th FNCS title. Thomas HD trying to get his 1st. The most consistent player yet to take home an FNCS. You know they want it more than ever.
It's gonna be the greatest chance. There was kind of the final moments. Grapple blading to the front side of the zone. Almost even threading the needle in terms of when he popped it. You saw him go down to about 16 or so HP, but once again, Thomas and Quezy.
But the duo up above, it's Yanis, Flixie. They want to take it home.
They already have one VR in the tournament yesterday. They're looking to go ahead and grab another one. Flixie came here to play. Yanis taking the high ground, denying all entry to Kiro and Kudo as the first down is going to come through. Yanis and Flixie, 8 elims. They make it look easy as they take the game by force.
What a way to close off the second to last match. Once again, a drastic change in the leaderboard. These grand finals have been way too intense, Jacob. I just cannot wait to see how they unfold.
This is just really turning out to be a photo finish. A knock on a Pixel gets the elimination, dropping down. And Flixie, he's been around. He's been here. Not enough respect gets on his name, and with domination just like this, Yanis and Flixie moving up the leaderboard. Hey, this could be his first FNCS championship.
Look, Janis was actually duoed up with Vidil when Vidil secured his first ever and only FNCS title.
Duo still left alive, other than Kiro and Kuduo on the high ground. So it's a duo's dream here, moving through all these solos. Vico missed opportunity as Vasquez is able to bounce around and get out alive.
4 still on the board for Vico. No materials though. He has 5 bandages, but it's not going to be as powerful as medkits. He needs to make something happen. Kiro dropped below to cause disruption on the low ground, leaving Kiduo up top, but with no medkits, he's going to have to go for an elimination.
Yeah, and you see Artskill already starting that heal off towards the backside of the zone. He might be able to take it if he has a few med kits, because this is going to come down to a fight. Sined, Vasquez, Kiduo, all 3 players still battling it out as solos here towards the front side of the zone. Artskill, he's able to at least get 1 more placing point for Zephyr. The final battle's going out. Sined versus Kiduo, and the heal off doesn't last towards the outside of the zone, but he stole together a couple of more placements before the game was finally stolen away.
Played perfectly with what they had. Kiduo quickly realizing he had no medkit. He had to go against that last player standing on the low ground, but knowing that he wasn't using a medkit, knowing that he most likely had more HP at 90, he took his time, he took his shots, and he took the victory royale.
Yeah, that's the perfect thing. Realizing the situation that you're in and making the most of it. Having the high ground, well-placed snipes from below, and even battling back to hold on to their position. Well-placed shot. That's how we saw Savage go down. Mongrel fell shortly after. These guys are picking up the pace at the perfect moment, Takata.
Blessed zone as well for the duo, being so high up in the clouds for the difficult roller coaster of a zone of the players who are rotating through the hill, the icy, slippery slope down below. Kiro Kiduo finished it off strong.
And you got to imagine where it started. The biggest change up front. Kiro finally goes down. He didn't get enough points.
Malabuka and Merstash, will they be able to hold on to the throne as Marius is finishing off this last match? Medkit popped, 3 elims on the board.
Sangil got his first victory royale this weekend in FNCS Finals lobby, looking to make it 2, looking to get more points and line their pockets with money, but Marius forced to drop down low. Shots coming from above. It's almost looking like a solo FNCS, but one duo, Noms and Cringe on the high ground.
And they're holding strong. Just 14 HP for Marius. He's forced back into zone, but it's duos that are up against him. He needs a miracle for the 1 versus 2. Takes the first shot, hits a wall, blocked off, as now Marius is the only solo left.
He's just hiding, the only nook, cranny he can take. But he gets taken out. And Alexado on the low ground. Noms and Cringe switching up their drop spot in the last 2 games. They've got 6 eliminations up until this point. What a way to end the game if they can somehow drop down to their opponent and finish it off. But multiple win conditions going around both of these teams. 3 medkits each. Sado getting tossed around, trying to play Disruptor, but he's going to get dropped down. Noms and Cringe, they're the duo on the high ground, but Analex forced to start to heal off early.
Both teams had 3 medkits. Andalex, though, the pressure's on him. Noms goes down with the knock. The heal-off continues now. Who is going to be able to outlive?
Andalex does have a little bit of lead in terms of those medkits, but we've seen multiple heals getting scattered around on some fallen foes. Andalex starting the last of his opportunity. Crimms, he finds another one. Almost fumbles the bag there, but the medkit is going to be popped. Andalex now has to turn the tides. He has to go on the hunt, sees an opponent, staring him in the eyes, trying to go for the piece control, cancels the medkit. Andalex clutches up by taking down Cringe.
He does it. The medkit was found by Cringe, but it was not enough to hold on. Andalex securing that final shot for the final victory royale of the day.
And that race was so close to Kata. It was so close to the very end. Quezy, Thomas HD, Malabuka, Merstash, history repeating itself going into the final game with just 2 points, but we're all left waiting. Who won? That's the biggest question. Of course, Alex was able to clutch up in this game. He's probably lined himself with more money in his pockets, but who went to the global championship?
That's the big question. 2 teams from today are booking their tickets to the Global Championship, but only one team is securing that FNCS title. Andalex and Sato secured the victory royale for this last match of the day.
And we can now reveal that your champions of Chapter 5, Season 1 by 1 point, are winners of $170,000, the active champions, and a spot in global championships is Murstash and Malabuka, 649 points. This is a duo that show consistency throughout Chapter 5, Season 1, and they are your deserving champions, Mini Miner.
They say that good things come to those who wait, and oh boy, has Malabuka waited a long time for this very moment. By a single point,